Jayam. Time. Time dates back to Bharat of around 6,000 years back, known as Aryavartam in those days. And the place is Naimisharanyam, a sacred forest. Here, Kulapati Shaunaka is performing a 12 years long Mahayajna in the august presence of many famous kings and sacred rishis and saints of Aryavartam. Ugrasrava, the renowned and respected storyteller, is starting with the rendering of Mahabharath, the timeless epic of Rishi Veda Vyasa. He has heard it from Vyasa's disciple Rishi Vaishampayana. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirayed harihi om. Kal or time. Only time is aware of the mysteries of time. Satyavati was the daughter of a great king by name Uparichara Vasu and an Apsara beauty by name Adrika. When Satyavati was born, her mother Adrika was in the form of a large fish. Satyavati was beautiful like an Apsaras, but having born out of a fish, another mischief of time was that her body smelled awful and horrible just like that of the fish. Time plays many games. Daughter of a great king and a beautiful Apsaras, grew up as the daughter of the chief of a fisherman tribe. When she was of age, her father assigned her the duty of rowing a boat to carry travelers across the Yamuna river. Time had many surprises for her as her destiny was interlinked with the destiny of Aryavartam. Today's Bharat was known as Aryavartam in those days, and it was spread across the subcontinent and beyond. One day, the great Rishi Parasara came there to cross the Yamuna river. While Satyavati was paddling the boat, that divine Rishi couldn't help noticing her celestial beauty, which was contradictory to the extremely bad smell of her body. The Rishi contemplated for a while, and in his divine vision, he saw all the three stages of time: the past, the present, and the future. Now Rishi Parasara was aware of the divine mission that was bestowed upon himself. In a very soft and gentle manner, the Rishi asked her to embrace him. Satyavati was shocked by the unusual request from a great Rishi, who in his divine radiance was glowing like the sun. But then, with the reasoning power, wisdom and manners which she had inherited from her eminent parents, she replied like this: "O Holy One, I am just a maid without the power or ability to say no to a great Lord like you. But what is right for me, to obey you or not obey you, that also I do not know. O Great One, you are glowing like the noontime sun with your divine grace. So I wish to obey your command without second thoughts. But what about all those rishis and others who are taking bath on either banks of the river? How is it possible for me to fulfill your wish in front of so many people?" The next instant, a thick and fragrant fog enveloped the boat and the surrounding areas, because of which they were now isolated from the view of other people. Satyavati was surprised beyond limits. Thinking about the gravity of that moment, she blushed and spoke like this: "O illustrious one, I am a virgin maid who lives under the care and protection of my father. By fulfilling your desire, I would lose my virginity. Thereafter, how will I return to my home? O great one of unmatched wisdom and brilliance, you only may kindly understand my helplessness and tell me what will be right and befitting for me and my modesty." Highly pleased by her thoughtful words and humble and respectful manners, Rishi Parasara said, "You listen to me, O blessed one. The time is imminent for a divine birth to take place, and you are being instrumental in facilitating that will of destiny. If you obey me with goodness and trust, you will still remain to be a virgin. O maid of overflowing charm and grace, do not fear, for time has a lot of surprises in store for you. O beautiful one, you may now ask for a boon of your liking. My blessings have never been in vain. Whatever you ask from me now will be yours in no time." Satyavati said, "O Bhagavan, the foul odor of my body may be replaced with fragrance." That Lord among sages then blessed her, and her desire was fulfilled then and there. A very happy Satyavati was now full of thanks and gratitude for that Rishi who had relieved her from that extremely unpleasant smell of her body, which was her pain and disgrace from the day she could remember. Now she submitted herself to that great Rishi with all her mind and heart. Thereafter, Rishi Parasara left her in an island in the Yamuna river. There, her pregnancy was fully grown within no time. Like this, Satyavati gave birth to the son of Rishi Parasara in that island. The baby also, in accordance with its divine origin, grew up to maturity then and there at its own will. Then he left his mother with her permission, saying that whenever you wish to see me, that very moment I shall be with you. And then he proceeded to observe severe austerities and penances. This is how Rishi Vedavyasa was born as a son of Rishi Parasara and Satyavati, the daughter of King Ubarichara Vasu and an Apsaras by name Adrika. Divib means island, and Dvaiba means island born, and Krishna means dark. Because he was born in an island, and being dark in complexion, that son born to Satyavati came to be known as Krishna Dvaibayana. Krishna Dvaibayana edited the 4 Vedas, which are the Rig, Yajur, Sama and Adharva. Till then, they were all mixed up and had been merged with each other. He put them into proper form and order, and so Krishna Dvaibayana became famous as Vyasa, meaning the editor of the Vedas. And then he authored the Panchama Veda, or the 5th Veda, which is the timeless epic Mahabharata. And this is none other than the story and the true history of Bharata. Meanwhile, from the day Satyavati gave birth to her illustrious son, her body fragrance spread to a distance of 1 yojana. And she remained blessed by the association of those 2 great lords of all time, Rishi Parasara and Rishi Vedavyasa. During those days, Shantanu, one of the greatest kings of the Kuru dynasty, ruled over Aryavartam. His son Devavrata was born to him in Ganga Devi. When he was still a child, Ganga Devi took him along with her and taught and trained him in Vedas and warfare under the greats like Rishi Vasishta, Shukracharya and Bhargavarama. When his education was completed, there was no one to stand against him or to compete with him in all the 3 worlds. Ganga Devi had a mission, that was to give birth to this son who was the rebirth of one of the Ashtavasus of Devlok and taking care of him till his education was over. At the end of that divine mission, Ganga Devi handed over her son to his father Shantanu and then bidding farewell to them, left for her celestial abode. Being of divine origin and having learned under great teachers and masters, Devavrata was hailed as the greatest among the greats. And in due course, King Shantanu appointed him as the crown prince or Yuvaraja. One of those days, King Shantanu was travelling through the forest adjacent to the Yamuna river when he was captivated by a divine fragrance. The king went in search of its source and found that the fragrance was emanating from a young woman who was beautiful like a goddess. Approaching her, Shantanu asked for her whereabouts. Seeing her manners and listening to her communications, the king realized that she is not an ordinary fishermaid, but that she is of a superior origin. Shantanu was so much attracted by her beauty and manners that approaching her father, he requested for her hand in marriage. Her father said he is ready under one condition, that the son born to Shantanu and his daughter should be the next king of Kuru dynasty. Shantanu was not prepared to agree to this condition. Then that king, lost in thoughts, returned to his palace. Back at the palace, Devavrata could see that his father was in some agony and dilemma and asked him about that. But Shantanu wouldn't give him any clear reply. Then Devavrata approached a trusted old minister of his father and learned the truth from him. Without waste of time, along with a few eminent men of the court, Devavrata met the fisherman chief and requested his daughter for his father. The chief repeated his condition to Devavrata also. In front of all the men who were gathered there, then that scion of Kuru race and the Yuvaraj of Aryavarta gave his word that the son born to his father in this marriage will be the next king of the Kuru dynasty. The fisherman chief was still not satisfied. He said that he had full faith in Devavrata, but what about the children who will be born to him? What is the guarantee about them? Devavrata thought for a while and realizing the truthfulness of that question, stood up and swore a royal oath, something like which no one had ever done before and no one would do thereafter also. Devavrata said, "From this moment, I take up the vow of celibacy, meaning Brahmacharya, till the end of my life." Listening to that, the fisherman chief agreed to give his daughter in marriage to King Shantanu. Thereupon, there was a pushpa vrishti, or raining of flowers from the sky, and then a thundering voice was heard from the skies. Without doubt, this one is Bhishma. Bhishma means unlimited courage and potential. Thereafter, Devavrata returned to the palace along with Satyavati and met his father. When King Shantanu heard about what his son had done for him, he blessed his son like this: O son, for this act of yours, which has no parallels, from now you will be Swachhanda Mrityu. Even death will not approach you without your permission. Here ends the first chapter of our rendering of Rishi Vyasa's timeless epic Mahabharata. Please stay tuned for the next episode, in which we will cover the birth of the Pandava princess. If you liked this episode, please subscribe to our channel and touch on the bell icon so that you will be notified when the next chapter is uploaded. Thank you.